Good morning, people. Good morning. What are we on? We're on some H2O right now. Oh, welcome. Welcome to Year of Mother Nature really having conversations with us. How about that? Um, this may be my audience of crickets, or there may be some humans here. We'll see how it goes down. I just loosely mentioned that this was going to happen, and I usually share them to IG. Is that what we're calling it these days? I just like calling it Insta because quick. Ooh, what's all that? Oh, you see all my colors over there. Oh, I love that. Yeah, they almost look like flowers there. So just going to have a little wake up and let you know who I am, and then we'll get into the bulk of the chat. For those of you that are catching this on replay, which will be the vast majority of you, hi, good morning. Good morning. We had tornado warnings last night until 4 o'clock in the morning, till 6, but I conked at 4. I just couldn't keep. And so, sticking to my what I said I was gonna right here. This is me first thing, and we're gonna have a little juju juice together. Christine Marguerite Blossom is a name of a channel that comes through at times, and we blend, and so it's hard to tell at times, often. And this has been happening since I was probably in my 20s, but it's just more distinct and clear to me now. So that's some of the nitty-gritty. Other of the nitty-gritty is in the feed above or below, depending on where you're seeing this. What else? What was I about to do over here? The name of my project, I always hesitate when I say that word. The business within the woo. Let's try to find some words that are less pejorative, shall we? I'm assuming you can hear me, my awesome Blue Yeti. If you guys are looking for a mic, I highly recommend it. It's a mini, Blue Yeti mini. Wait, it's not a mini. Mini is one of the little snowballs. And I may get one of those. We'll see how it goes. If I had any kind of branding, I would probably go with mud water. Do you know what mud water is? It is a chai, like what I call coffee alternative, with a ton of adaptogens in it. There's a tiny bit of caffeine from the chai tea just to get that flavor there. Highly recommend. I don't know if I need a sponsor per se, but I would. Those are my peeves. I just want to say, highly recommend. Should put a link up there. Maybe they'll let me do that. All right, note to self. Since I'm, mostly talking to me, myself, morning hair, the whole thing. I kind of like this look, truth be told. I look like I live at the beach, which I do, but which I cannot go out and see right now because trees are down and power lines are down. And so it has been recommended to the people in the town in which I live, which includes me and the people I live with, to not leave your house for the rest of the day or until further notice. And so there you go. There we go with that. So Love Evolve Energy, my Funkalish that I've been using for quite a while, which I will revive again, is sharing tidal space with something new that's coming forth, and the name of that is Aligned Light. And so it'll be a smooth transition, nothing harsh, nothing jarring. We'll see how it goes. A lot of that's going to begin to happen when I do live streams again. Apparently, because of a host of things that I have decided is true. I've been doing a lot of my teachings and group sessions and other sessions and broadcasts at night on the East Coast time, which is crazy if you're across the pond over there. That makes it like 2 or 4 a.m. or something. A little bit further across, you're good. You're into tomorrow at that point. Other than that, it's much earlier, more reasonable time. So does that say my community is not East Coast? I don't know. What's unusual is I'm doing this in the morning. Anyway, pile of contradictions right there for you. So delicious. A little happy cup. We're talking about today. Didn't advertise it a lot. And so, because there's been so much else going on, if anybody wants to be my social media manager, let me know. I have my eye on some people, so we'll see how it goes. Well, the person I am working with is really sweet, really great. I don't know if she's a self-starter, like me. And so I'm not really sure what to have happen there. But had I had time to manage somebody who's doing part of my social media, I would just be doing it myself, if you know what I mean. That's my thinking. So, am I even ready to talk about this? Let's see. So we're at 11:10. So I'll change the post a bit, and I'll make a post there that says the good stuff. It's all good stuff, right? The actual chat about defogging the brain. Thank you very much. Starts at 10 past the hour. That is always true. Let's make it a brief one today. So I'm coming off of sugar. I put things in it too. I'll tell you about my hippie coffee later. Not that kind of hippie, but I have no problem with that. I'm just coming off of last weekend. Was really big session because of other storms. A lot of my offerings were pushed around in terms of group, where people would attend en masse in a group. So it was packed weekend, and I'm still a little bit resting and recovering from that. Even though it was hugely relaxing, there's, as somebody who's holding space, there's other things that happen. So one of the things that went down, and thank you everybody who joined me because it was so fabulous, was a day-long meditation retreat, mini retreat, super mini. Super mini would be half day. This was an all day, meaning that we started in the morning, had morning sessions, afternoon sessions, and one evening session, and the stamina of the group was such that they all pretty much petered out by then. So we have to increase our stamina. Being somebody who's done a lot of meditation retreats and other retreats as well, movement and yoga and dance retreats, and woo retreats as well. I have one coming up, by the way. There's a link at the bottom of the written stuff for the LoLa retreat coming up the end of September. So the only way to increase your stamina is to keep doing them, is to keep doing stuff. So there's a ton I could say about that, but I want to not hesitate too much longer to really get into the subject here, which is defogging the brain. We started doing this during the retreat when you pay attention to the 5 senses of the body, or 6, if you include the mind as a sense gate. They defog on their own. The next level, or they begin to, what we worked on Saturday, what we played with and explored and got curious about was the activity of the sense gates. What's happening here? And how can we equanimously, with concentration, spend time and keep company? The arisings, which will be endless or restful and nothing, depending on if you have a narrow concentration focus or sort of a diffuse, wider concentration focus, and a host of other things. Anyway, sense gates, that's what our object of concentration was for the day, and different ways to do that, and different understandings about how that is foundational to managing that which arises not only during dark night of the soul awakening experiences, but when you are offering within the mystical arts, intuitive readings, energy readings, and sessions, etc., to really mediumship, to really hone what is showing up, what's there, what's showing up. Step 2 of that whole project would be to really spend more and more time with the inward. We worked with seeing out and seeing in, hearing out and hearing in, feeling out of the body, feeling in of the emotions, and the same with the sense of taste and the sense of smell. From there, already things were arising for people, but that leads us into stage 2 and 3 or more. What you will begin to see as you spend more and more time in a concentrated, focused, quantumous way with the internal arisings of your experience of mind and embodiment, you will notice a whole layer, a whole strata of patterning, of patterns and structures. They could appear to you in lots of different ways, auditorily, visually, through the feels, through some other somatic experience or experience of mind, awareness of mind. Patterns will arise, and this is where we begin to have the conversation about defogging the brain, defogging the awareness. The fog itself is not an issue. Stress is not an issue. Nothing is an issue. Any arising within your quantumous awareness, witness consciousness, is not the issue. It's what happens next. What are you doing with that? What is this conditioned response? What is the response to this? That is what I'm pointing at when I'm talking about defogging. Patterns arise. We have an awareness of them. Then what? Then what? We are aware of them. We are aware of our responses to them. If we are able to sit with our patterns, we will begin to notice patterns in the deep conditioned mind that creates our view of the world. We think that once we learn our intuitive skills and we are capable of perceiving messages from spirit, whether no matter which sense they come through, which clair they come through, what we may not be aware of, and this would be the first step, is that no matter what the messages are that are coming through, they're coming through my filter of experience, of my conditioned patterning, my conditioned patterns of how I see, of how I hear, of how I feel, how I sense, smell, taste, somatically sense, emotionally sense things. We are patterned creatures. We are conditioned creatures in that way. Often you will hear myself and other of my cronies and people on the path that have been trained through the Lightworkers Lab, for example, and other trainings as well. You will hear us say anything that comes through as a visual, if I'm doing and share something in an energy session, anything that comes through in an intuitive reading is filtered through and coming out my capacity to describe and express. It's coming through my filter of things, to the point where at times other things that come through will use my lexicon, my languaging of things in order to communicate something to the one who's receiving the offer, to those in the receivership position. There's a point at which you are able to clarify that filter. You can clarify this filter, which will shift how your energy sessions go and how your intuitive readings and your mediumships go. How to clarify the filter even further. How we do this is through techniques and the capacity of stamina to bear with what arises, and then to let it flow, let it clarify. At some point, you may need to work through something with a therapist or a skilled practitioner or an energy worker to clarify a particular sense gate a little bit further, to dismantle these patterns that fog your view. Your view, by the point you're an adult human, is already fogged. It's already foggy. It's already flavored. It's already colored. If you're in a triggered state, it's really flavored and really colored. None of this is an issue. Stage one is we get clear and we know. Oh, when I speak about this thing happening for you, I have a lot of color or fog here because of my conditioned patterning. Or you may say because of my history. That does not have to always be so. That is not a burden that you will carry with you for the rest of your life if you choose other. The opportunity to choose other than your colored, conditioned view of life, of your offerings, of what's coming to you, that is available for you. That is possible, to dismantle your conditioned habits, your conditioned view. As we move deeper and deeper, we can be with these deeper conditioned patterns. When I say be with, we be with a calm, clear, equanimous, kind awareness. We are able to zoom out and step back and to see all of these things as simply things arising, and choose better words, more clear, more accurate, more clear, because we can see, perceive, hear more clearly, less cluttered. We can not only dismantle our view a little bit simply by being with kindly. It goes on its own, or it may be stuck, and we have other ways to address this. It is possible to live here, to be here, and to know when these things arise. So that would be a deeper exploration. It's where the exploration of the sense gates brings you, and where you jump off of that exploration into something deeper, into something more helpful, more clarifying, that will give you more freedom, happiness, and ease, no matter what life slings at you, no matter what happens on your table as a healer, what happens on your Zoom call as an intuitive reader, no matter what, because you are able to be more clear, because you are more, the cloth of selfing is washed even more deeply. You have more clarity to offer others as well as yourself, and to tread that much more lightly upon the planet. And so it is. And so it is. And that is how we defog. We practice. We take up the mantle of, I want this. And then we go forth. And there's nothing else to do when you go forth. Oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. I'm not sure when you guys joined me. I've been up here for a little while. I know I didn't advertise heavily because, tornadoes. I'm just going to say tornadoes. We're just going to say tornadoes. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I can't leave the house because the rest of the community I live in is maybe not as fine. But my immediate and a couple of rings of reality out, we're fine. Woo. Thank you, everybody, for joining me for that chat. I'm going to hang out with my peeps now and just say hi. Hi, Rach. Hi, Deanna. Hey, Melissa. You guys are my solids. I just want to say, all y'all are my solids. And I so deeply appreciate our connections. And Michelle, hey lady, haven't seen you on the streets in a while. So I just did a talk. You'll have to rewind. I'm still on some coffee. It was a really late night. I'll just chat a bit here. In brief, what I mentioned was that I just did a day-long meditation retreat, offered it, on honing the sense gates, your senses, your 5 to 6 senses, moving deeply into that, the external, internal, and all the gifts, because you begin to clarify, and your life path gets easier, and your intuitive readings get more clear, and your energy work gets a little bit more flowy. I am very okay. Thank you, Rach. Defogging the brain is just the next steps. Oh, Rach, thank you so much. Legit for me too, and we'll do more and more. I'll be on a bigger platform when I offer it again, I believe. I'm going to be offering that. I can't say where yet because I haven't signed a contract, and so or whatever it is. It's just a verbal, yeah, come do this. But I will say that I'm going to come back with my lives twice a month, every other week or something, on Lisa Huber's Space, The Divine I Am, because she offers multi-platform streaming, and I need that. I need something bigger, wider, and more buoyant, and because that's where I'm headed. So I also heard something about what's that place called? It's called Cake. I can't remember. Some other. Deanna, I will offer other things, but you know what I'm going to do, Deanna? I'm going to do, like how I do those other things. I'm going to refine and take the teaching clips out of it. When you do a retreat or anything, like because we've done stuff together before, the chatty stuff, if I'm going to put it out to the masses, I keep that private. There's sacred space when people share about their experiences. That doesn't go anywhere. This is all to say that I'm taking the teaching bits and some experiences there that are just me sharing. Nobody else who's at the retreat will be on those videos, and I'm putting it on Podia. So it's going to be something it's going to be an offering there. So if you want to do it, it would mean that you would not have a wider community to practice with. I got to think about how I can shift that. In some way. But all the material's there. So you could set aside for yourself and a time, a day, and just work through the different things. You could set aside for yourself a whole week and spend one day on the clair audience, inner and outer hearing, and then just work through day by day all the different things. You could do it that way. Anyway, I think my Podia link is above. It's not on there yet. Not even close. I've been dealing with storms, and then I had the Awakening the Body Deva, and we worked with water. Oh my God, and we moved, and that was juice-alish. Anyway, you guys are all my beta testers in a way, right? And my spirit's like nodding at me. My higher self is like, you got this, let's go. And she's put me on the dragon horse, go whoosh, slapping the ass, and here we go. It's a little bit where it's at. And I also want to say, Deanna, may blessings be with you, with your family. Those are the times. And perhaps when I start going live every other week, on September 10th, I start in the Divine I Am. And I'll do a couple there. And then October, I'll be more regular. That's when the pacing, because I have a retreat at the end of September. It should be live. We'll see what the conditions are, and perhaps it won't be live. Perhaps we'll figure out how to offer the LoLa retreat in some other capacity. Right now, it looks like it's going to be live. Hopefully, I can leave the house. Anyway, I'll be doing a lot of the Awakening the Body Deva there. That's what brought me to that, and a lot more really moving and touching the body, not others. You touch yourself. Body. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at somatics. Movement, breath. There'll be a lot of stillness as well. But we're going to touch on that. Not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. This is Labor Day weekend, so, rest. Or do whatever you have to do, people. Do whatever you got to do. The weekend after that is Awakening the Body Deva through Earth. Oh my God. If you ever needed self-care and nurturing to step forward powerfully in your life, that chat and that group healing session is going to be for you, because it just makes me go, oh, right? And just want to be in nurturance. It's all about the nurturance and beginning to clarify where we self-sabotage in terms of our capacity to nurture and be here, be present. Then the week after that, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a Zoom stream. We're going to stream to Facebook and someplace else. And we're going to do all the elements, and it's going to be the body deva in motion, all elements through the body. What does that feel like to move air? Open the lungs and heart. What does that feel like to move from the lungs? What does it feel like to move from the liquid of water? Are you graceful and serpentine? What is that lugubrious movement? And how does that ground you? Anyway, moving through all the elements. And there'll be some, if I can get some royalty-free, nothing I'm going to get copyright slaps for music. I'll bring that at the retreat. This is what we're going to be doing. So we'll do it for an hour here at the retreat. We'll have in and out for about 3 hours. That's my workshop offering at the LoLa retreat. It's going to be bananas, which is in the context of everything that Lauren Olivia does with grounding and her energy work, and Lauren Antrafirma with her channeling. So it's going to be powerful. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. There we go with advertising. I love it. So that's about, we're only at half an hour. I love that. I have a noontime regular meditation sit. If you guys need a Sangha, a meditation group to be with Monday through Friday, I can hook you up. So thanks for joining me. If you want to chat a little bit, let me know. Thank you all. Thank you all. I'm ready. Life is going to change because it always does. I think that's all I have right now, unless other people are asking questions. I know who you guys are. I love you and thank you. As things begin to expand and grow, you all are not forgotten. And there's going to be some specials for all of you guys. Because I believe in generosity. If I want to experience generosity, there's one way to do that. To dive into the pool of generosity. So next year, that's when a lot of the new structures will be in place and the new platform will be in place, so that the offerings that you guys have all been a part of will take place on that other platform. And that's through the Divine I Am, what that looks like and how that shows up. The specifics are being worked out. I already do it on my platforms, and you guys have been awesome with that. There's going to be a big expansion there. So who knows what that will be? Who knows? The foundations are still being honed and worked on. Foundations. So come to the earth thing. 2 weeks from now. Alyssa! Hey, lady. I was just telling them about the Divine I Am, how I'm going to be up there. I should say Alyssa's there as well, and I think other people here are as well. So I'm going to be hold down the fort Friday nights. We'll see how that goes. The time may shift, which is why what I offer there in September is experimental, and then October it's going to be a more set schedule. So if you need some known stabilities, that's what that's going to be. And I'll be offering classes through there, et cetera, et cetera. None of that is set in stone, and which is why I'm being vague about some of those things, because until it's like a sure 100% sign the deed, hasn't happened yet, right? Right? So it is. And so it is. Thanks for everybody showing up. Hi, Hadar. So many blessings to all of you. Thank you for being with me on this journey. I so wicked appreciate. Is there anything else I can let you know about? I think if you do the replay, everything's there. All my links, all of them, many of my links are there. And that's how it is. I feel really joyous. And I feel other things as well. I feel really joyous. I do feel really joyous. Oh, and hey, I do have something else to mention. I'm tight with this woman named Kelsey Kinsey White. If you haven't met her, she is sunshine embodied. And she works with the energy of divine creatrix. She has a 12-week thing. Would I call it training? She's calling it embodied creatrix. Starts this week. I did it last year. She's doing it again. I'm doing it this year. It's pretty much an empowerment practice. That's pretty much what it is. It's a get really deep in to who you am again and again and again, and then bring forth light. If I had to say anything, that's what it is. All I know from my future is I'm co-creating with source energy. She's bananas, isn't she, Rach? She has niched the F out of what she does, and she does it so well. So it's going to be an awesome thing. All right. I think that's all I have to say. I have so many amazeballs people here that what I feel so honored with is that the people that I see in the feed here are such authentic, empowered divinity on their own. These are all lightning bolts of source energy here, blowing past the spark. People here in this list that are here in the feed and commenting, they're healers, they're readers, they work with energy, they work with intuitive gifts, they work with mediumship. Where can I, I'll put a link there. I don't know if I could do it. Let me see if I can do that right now. Maybe somebody, Rach, if it's easy for you, do you have an easy link? Let me find that for you. Deanna, she has, today's like the first session. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see. I don't know if I can find it easily. Oh, Rachel, thank you. So Deanna, go on, just click on the link that Rachel left. Yes, and the program's called Embodied Creatrix. It's just an awesome group. Some of us have been through her process before, and some haven't. There's a bunch of new people joining us, I think, next week. And so with most things, there's like a slide. You don't have to, because time. If you click on that link, there'll be a drop-down menu for you to join it. If the price is weird, I think there's two options where you do one big price or you can do it in installments. And if you need another variation on that, contact Kelsey directly because you know her, Deanna. If she knows you, she may be able to help out in some other way. I'm just totally talking out of my ass when I say that. I don't know that to be true. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. White light. All right. Rach, you're hired. You're hired. You were so hired, Rachel. I love it. Speaking of hired, if anybody here is interested in attending the LoLa Heart Light Retreat, which there's a link at the bottom, at the very bottom of my written feed, above or below. If you're on Facebook, it's going to be above. Right? Gosh, I would love to hire a social media manager that I actually knew. I don't know, Rachel, if you need a new job, let me know. If you'd be able to work part trade and part cash, I would hire you. Anyway, the LoLa retreat. Why am I saying this? Can somebody help me out with that? LoLa. There's a reason. Oh, do you know why? They're looking for, last I heard, they're looking for a retreat manager to work on the front end, meaning kind of like an HR person. Can you learn quick, Rach? Can you learn quick? Yep. Alyssa's putting more deets about the retreat. I believe I have some of it up there. I have a link above. Lauren Olivia is the connection point if you have some skills to offer her and some interest. Just let her know I sent you so she doesn't get weirded out. But not that she'll get... listen, right? She doesn't get weirded out. I feel like she's a Gemini. She's the most grounded Gemini I've ever met. Maybe she's Libra. All right, you guys. I have to spend some time following my bliss today, which right now means I have 2 bookcases full of my mystical arts decks of cards that that Gay Miller, the medium, Gay Miller, has brought to me 2 weeks ago. I've yet to really explore them and just come back to my friends because they're friends in a way. And I keep looking over because if I had another camera, I could show you. So that's part of what I'm doing today, and some taxes. Oh my God. All right. You guys are awesome. Thanks for helping me out here. At some point, I do need a nap because, up until 4 a.m., just in case there was a tornado and I needed to go to the basement. Just in case. But it missed my particular town, although I think it hit the islands and about 30 or 40 miles from me. So, yay! Hey, lady, I was just talking about you. Your ears must have been burning. All right, I've been on here for a while, and at this point, I've done the teachy teach and the offering and the insights about the meditation. I don't know what... Do you guys know who Hitler's mustache is? Are you guys getting that? Oh, it's on... Oh, because it's on YouTube. Hey, babe, I have no idea who you are. So if you're unkind, I don't know. Find someplace else to do it. You'll just be erased anyway. It's okay. There's room for all of it. There's room for all of it. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. I'm gonna peace out. I will see ya in about 2 weeks' time. All the excitement starts on the 10th in the Divine I Am, and then that weekend on Sunday we're getting into Earth. Oh my goodness, Gay, yes, into Earth. So excited. And then other stuff after that. All right. I love you guys so much. If anybody wants to moderate what's happening on my YouTube channel, thank you. Maybe next time I'll do that. All right. I love you guys so much. Have a gorgeous day. Gorgeous day. So much love. Mwah. Thank you, everybody. So many blessings. Catch you on the flip.